beat his opponent in the inevitable Colossus race that's now going to come. But 2 robos from DJDizzy means that if he chooses to, he's going to be able to outproduce Spakkafish in the Colossus department should he decide to put that robo bay down. Hallucination now going up for DJDizzy is something you don't see very often. The ability to hallucinate units and have them appear to your enemy to be real units. Really nice. You can get phoenixes, do some scouting with them. They don't do any damage and they can be seen by detectors, but you know, it's not really a bad move. But the thing is, the other abilities of the Sentry are just so much better in my opinion. I rarely get hallucination. Not in any game that I really want to win anyway. And DJDizzy now moving out. He's got several immortals. Should be able to deal with this army of Spackafishes, though the gateway units are quite a bit bigger for Spakkafish. And he's just sitting here outside of his base. He's not being contained. He's probably going to try and move out and take this expansion. Spakkafish already put in his expansion down. Pumping those Colossus out now. He's got his first one out and he's getting extended thermal lance, so that'll give it the range to be able to just micro and take out the units that need to be taken out. Battle coming in here now. Colossus moves forward, tries to snipe some units. Doesn't get very far, but doesn't have too much damage taken to it either. And one Colossus on its own, especially with all these mortals, isn't going to be very strong for Spakkafish. Nice force fields there from Spakkafish to split up the army. Oh, does he lose the Colossus? He lost the Colossus. That was pretty bad. He's got another Colossus coming in soon to support, but like I say, on one Colossus, you really need those laser beams to stack up and do as much AoE damage as possible. Now DJDizzy moving all the way back to his main base with his army, with this Nexus completely undefended, so if Spakkafish was to scout this, then you know he could just go and force a cancel, or he could take that out. But no, DJDizzy just reinforcing his armies and once again moving forward. He's now getting Colossi out, producing 2 at a time. Got the extended thermal lance upgrade on the way, but that's not going to be there in time if Spakkafish chooses to push soon. Although it looks like he may have had a little bit of a resource crisis, some kind of economic crisis on Spackafish's end, because he's not, as far as I can tell. Oh, he has got the Colossus out. That's just me. There's no financial worries in Protoss land. No, he's actually producing a second robo facility himself, so he can keep up, and it's just going to be a case of who can get the most Colossi, who can make the biggest army now, I think, and it's just going to come to an all-out straight up battle. It's still fairly even, 134 to 112. Obviously, we've got DJDizzy pulling ahead a little bit, and yeah, look at that harvest account. That really shows how important macro is in the mid to late game. How many harvesters you've got. I mean, it's only, you know, say 200 minerals a minute, but over 15 minutes, oh, well, not quite 15 minutes it's been collecting for, but you know, over 5-10 minutes, that's a lot of minerals. That's, you know, that's an extra few units for your army, and that can be really important, especially when your unit compositions are so similar in a mirror match. So yeah, gas is going up now on that third base for Spakkafish, and DJDizzy's just getting that third base up and running. Production wise, more Colossus all round really. A couple of extra warp gates going down for DJDizzy, so he can reinforce that army should he need to very quickly. He's actually got no forward pylon here, which is a little bit of a mistake, but considering the distance between this ramp and this ramp, it's not going to hurt him too badly. Anything can run there fairly quick. I mean, especially all the Protoss units are fairly quick, especially Stalkers. So yeah, we've got 3 Colossi out now for Spakkafish and 4 Colossi out for DJDizzy, and the ground armies again look to be favouring DJDizzy. That macro really paying off, and DJDizzy's moving up for an attack here, takes out the proxy forward pylon, and Spakkafish is not responded. He's not seen this quick enough, and he's throwing some force fields down there, but that's going to make no difference against Colossi, and he's just moving straight in, trying to snipe these Colossi, getting 1 down, going to be getting 2 down, but in the meantime losing his entire ground army, and those Colossus on their own are not going to be very effective. He does have more Colossus for the battle in the end, but because of the way that he attacked there, he completely fell to pieces, and this game isn't going to last much longer. There's not really any kind of ground or air army of any kind for Spakkafish. This base is quickly falling. You know, he's 70 food behind, and it's only a matter of time He's gonna keep pumping out these Colossus, these Colossi, and now Immortals. He's gonna try and make a stand at the top of this ramp. But the problem is, you know, the Colossi can just go just snipe things from so far away. It's not going to be a great position for Spakkafish if DJDizzy decides to move in. He's pulled back to his own base here. I don't know whether he's just waiting for more reinforcements. He's got 3 Colossi on the way, so he's probably going to wait for those to come out. 3 robo facilities there. Look at that. Look at the amount of units that he can warp in. Now his macro's so good, floating a lot of minerals there, but that really is it's not as bad as it seems, because you know that the macro that he's been doing, overtaking Spakkafish with all those probes, his army's not suffering. He's not suffering from that lack of minerals on the ground. Just a little advanced Stalker force coming out now, just to make sure that Spakkafish isn't moving out again, isn't re-expanding to that point, and Spakkafish just trying to get up enough units to try and hold off any kind of attack, and you know, try and make some decisive battle. But really, he's like 100 food behind now. It's not going to happen. And you know, a lot of people will be like, oh, why is DJDizzy not attacking? He could easily finish him now. But I mean, Spakkafish is on the high ground. Fair enough, he's not going to win the battle. But DJDizzy doesn't know that. He doesn't know exactly how many units or what kind of composition Spakkafish has got. He knows he's just taking a base out. He knows he's at an advantage, and he's just securing it. He's just making that advantage solid. And look, pushing up to 195 food. Spakkafish moves out now because even though it's too late, he knows he can't really do anything else short of try and make, like I say, some decisive battle happen in his favour. And he's moving up here into this base. But yeah, it's a 200 food army now, and it's going to get crushed basically. A very poor choke point there, but it doesn't really make a difference. The damage is just completely being done. The yellow Colossi absolutely tearing up that ground army, and the Colossi fall for Spakkafish immediately afterward, and there's the GG. So that's 1-1 in this best of 3 series for the EU Something Awful tournament, and I'll be casting game 3 now, see who comes out on top.